last year Christopher Lloyd was really here. Not a video game, but probably one of the best things ever. A signed script, Day of the Dead by George A. Romero, and he's right back there. So another Comic-Con, really fun. My fiance, Kirby, and my sister Ashley, the three of us went this year. Lots of people, so much more than last year. Last year I remember strolling in at about 11 o'clock and just walking through the front door. This year we got there at about 10:30, half hour earlier, and we waited. We waited a half hour. Even when we had come out at the end of the day at like 5, 6 o'clock, there were still lines of people going in, and that was almost closing time. We went on the Saturday. A lot of vendors, a lot of vintage and retro games, board games, T-shirts galore, sweaters, hats, paraphernalia, toys, obviously comics, rows of artists. There was the celebrities there, like the Hulkster was there, Jimmy Hart, Trish Stratus, Lita, a bunch of people from old horror movies. The girl from the first Friday the 13th, the girl from the first Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger was there, Robert Englund, George A. Romero, Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead, all the Star Trek Next Generation guys. There was a lot of celebrities there this year. They had there were supposed to be like 3 Doctor Who's going. Only one of them managed to go. Tons of people were cosplaying. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words here, but that was cool because they had the cosplay whatever. I guess it's going to be on one of their upcoming episodes. You can see it on Sci-Fi. That Yaya Han was there. You know, she does the cosplaying, the Asian woman, you know, really pretty. She's top heavy. But she was doing the show, so there was tons of people there dressed up. And it was cool to see them, but at the same time, it was so packed in each of the rows, and everyone was stopping to ask to take a picture with somebody. We're guilty of it too, because we took pictures with some people, but we did it in corners, we did it in the big hallways. Where I'm talking about like little narrow aisleways where only like 1 or 2 people can be coming through at a time, and they'd be stopping and trying to get 6 people into a picture with them. And that was the one thing that I didn't like, and that and the fact that some people didn't wear deodorant. Some aisles were terrible to go down. Yeah, it stunk. Stinky, stinky comic nerds. So on to the pickups. What you saw at the beginning was the script of Day of the Dead. Obviously not video game related, but I still wanted to share it with you guys. Autographed by the man himself, George A. Romero. I didn't get a picture with him just because his photo and his autograph sessions were at different times. We did get some pictures of him, pretty close to. And what was nice was when we got there, he was setting up for 12, and it was like 11:30. And I guess for lack of a better term, his handler said that it was fine, come on over. I picked up the script, he autographed it for me, and we got to talk with him for like 5 or 10 minutes, just, you know, shooting the shit. He was drinking his coffees, joking about how he wanted to go out for a cigarette already. Really nice guy, friendly. Like I said, my sister got a bunch of pictures of him. I don't want to gush over celebrities, but he was really down to earth and a nice guy. That was probably my highlight of this year's Comic-Con. Another pickup, and what's cool about this one, it's autographed also, but the artist is actually from my community. He's from Ganawage too, and he's doing the artwork for Transformers comics right now. You can find him. I might try and put his link for Facebook too. Tommy Deere. This one is of Grimlock, and I also have one of Galvatron ripping off Starscream's head. My brother gave that one to me for my birthday. That one's framed up on a wall. But he was selling the prints, $10. He signed them. Really nice guy. It's just nice to see somebody from the community, you know, like doing so well in such a big famous medium. Like, you know, comic books are coming back strong, and Transformers, you know, like they're timeless now, especially with the, I don't like the Michael Bay movies, but you know, like they're mainstream. They're really mainstream right now. So as you can see, like from the clips, it was a lot of resellers. I picked up the store's cards because obviously those were Comic-Con prices. Once they got you in there, they jacked up their prices significantly. But I got the cards, and they're not too far away. They're like, some of them are like 20 to 40 minutes away, so I will, I guess, go check out their stores soon. I picked up only a few things that were at reasonable prices and things that I didn't have. So on the Intellivision, I picked up a Q*bert. I picked this up for $6. I'm not entirely sure if that was a great price, but I don't have a lot of Intellivision games, and I remember Q*bert being fun. I never saw one of these in the wild. I've seen a couple of reviews. I know AVGN was supposed to do one, but he couldn't get his to work. This is the Sega CD 32X of Corpse Killer. And this is kind of like one of those rail shooters, you know, like back in, I want to say the 90s, where it was like arcade style, where it was that like Mortal Kombat rendered style, where it was pictures of real people coming at you and you'd shoot them. It's by Digital Pictures, so I'm hoping that it's going to be good, because I do have the JVC XI, and it does work, so I should be able to play this. And also, Long Box, I picked it up for $1. It's got Feather-Off on the cover. Not a fan of the Red Wings, but he was a good guy. Regular NHL Face-Off. This is the only Long Box PlayStation 1 game that I've got. $1, thought it was pretty cool. So I picked up a few boxed items, not the greatest or rarest stuff ever, but definitely stuff that I like, obviously, because I picked them up and they're going to be in the collection displayed prominently, especially these two. They're boxed Japanese Game Boy Advance games, Metroid and Kid Icarus, and these are yellow carts. I'm not sure if they're going to work on any of my Game Boy Advance. They'll probably work on the Rectron 5, though, because they don't have the region lockout chip on them. So these guys are going to be displayed nicely. Cool little pickups, and you can see they even have the yen pricing on it. This would be 1,800 yen. If you guys know the conversion, let me know in the comments. I don't think that's something that I'm going to look up. I also picked up a box Game Boy Advance Legend of Zelda, and it comes with the 4 swords. The box is, you know, it's in pretty good shape. The top doesn't sit properly, but I'm sure I could push that down, maybe put another box on top for now. I picked the 3 of those up for $40. It was $25 for the Zelda, and then the other Japanese ones were kind of like thrown in because the guy said himself too, he says he can't play them, and when he picked them up, he thought that they were going to go right away. Nobody was really interested in them. So they're going to be, I guess, shelf decoration for me right now. I also picked up a couple of guides, which were good deals, but if you're walking around Comic-Con for a couple of hours with these in your backpack, they start to get heavy. I picked up a few of them. So these were $6 each, but I'll tell you, I didn't spend $6 each. I got a little bundle package going on too. So it's the official game guide of Rage, which was, I think, an underrated game. I really liked it. I guess because I'm a big fan of Fallout, though, so this was right up my alley. I picked up the strategy guide, official guide, whatever you want to call them, Dead Space 2, and this one, the seal hasn't even been broken. Like the spine, this is practically perfect. Another great game. Mass Effect 2, I was a fan of the series. I could be like, say the same as everyone else. The ending kind of shit the bed, but Mass Effect 2, really good. It's by Nintendo Power, but it's still the player's guide, the strategy guide for Star Fox 64. Nice condition. You don't see these every day. I picked that one up. Also, by Nintendo Power, another official strategy guide was Diddy Kong Racing. Another nice book. And what was weird is he had multiple doubles of these. Like, he had like 6 or 7 of each of these titles. This one, corner's pulling up, but I'm still glad that I found this one, because I'm a big Castlevania fan, especially the earlier ones. Obviously, this is the 64 version, but it's still older, and this is the complete walkthrough. This is by Millennium. And last, another cool one, I think, in my opinion, is Resident Evil Outbreak, file number 2. Again, nice book. So they were $6 each. I picked up 7 of them, so I should have been paying over $40. I got everything for $30, and the only thing, I had to walk around with these in my backpack for the rest of the day. Not terribly heavy, but they do weigh on you. Also, I was upset that Ubisoft Montreal wasn't there this year. BioWare was there. They had a really nice booth. But no Ubisoft this year. I did manage to pick up an Assassin hat, but this was like from a third-party seller. They had Abstergo. They had Resident Evil, Umbrella. I don't know why I couldn't remember Umbrella. They had all of the brand name, the gun brand names from the last two Borderlands. Those were cool to see on shirts. So I picked up the hat for $20. And the next thing that I picked up was the pop characters, pop figures. You know, you see these all over. They're at video stores, game stores. They're always at events like this. These are the first ones I ever picked up. I picked up Radu Hagedu, or Connor, from Assassin's Creed 3 for myself. And for Kirby, she's a big fan of Game of Thrones, so I went she's been searching for this one for a long time too. She said if she was ever going to collect these, this is the one that she wanted. So I went in there. They had like a big setup. And I was asking for Carl Drago, or Drogo. I don't watch the show. It's Cal Drago anyway, so she got this guy. Looks like he's wearing mascara, but got the two of them. And the last of the games that I picked up for Comic-Con, again, there wasn't that many sellers, and the ones that were there, I think there was really like 2 dedicated booths to selling video games, and they were both overpriced. Like, there were like the vintage toy booths. They had some games, but even those, they were pricey. So I picked these up for $6 each, complete in their clamshell case. The Incredible Hulk, the terrible Incredible Hulk game on Sega Genesis. Needed it for the collection. The artwork on the back looks promising, even comic book style, but from what I remember, the game was not good. And I can never find it on Super Nintendo, so I picked it up for Genesis, The Lost Vikings. Really good game. You have to switch between the 3 Vikings. They each have a power, like one can jump and is fast, one has the shield, one has the weapon. I think if you play it with the 6-button Genesis controller, this should be fine. I'm going to play this guy right away. And last, I picked up another copy, $6, but this one I know a friend wants it, and I didn't want to give him my copy, so if I ever find it, I'll pick it up for you and then we'll do a trade or something. So this is Batman Forever on Genesis with that, again, Mortal Kombat styled graphics. I think you could even do the uppercuts, and another one, AVGN, reviewed this one, or put it partially in one of his Batman reviews, and not the greatest Genesis games to pick up, but again, one's going to be traded, and 2 I needed for the collection. It's going to be hard to shoot with this BlackBerry camera that I've got, but I picked up the foam, I guess LARPing they call it? Live action role-playing or whatever? Master Sword. I saw the Dark World Sword 2 only later. I picked this up for $20. It's pretty solid. It looks like the Master Sword. It's gorgeous in my opinion. It's about 3.25 feet long. This is going to be hung up somewhere. I don't know if it's going to take the place of the Lancer on my my gun rack. I don't even have a gun, let alone enough guns to necessitate an entire rack. What's that from? But yeah, Master Sword. We're both, Kirby and I are both huge Legend of Zelda fans, so this had to be part of the collection sooner or later. Next year's Comic-Con is less than a year away. They're moving it up. They're coming back to Montreal in June. Late June, early July. I can't remember the exact date. If I do remember, you'll probably see it flashing up here right now. I think it's early July. I'm going to say early July. No release or no announcements of who the, I guess, celebrities will be for the upcoming Comic-Con, but we got some pretty good celebrities this year compared to previous years. So I'm looking forward to it. We're definitely going to go back again. I know Kirby's excited because, like I said, she got her picture with Freddy Krueger. The year before, she got her picture with Jason Momoa, Cal Drago, you know, from Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones? I think so. I don't watch it, but she's a big fan of him, so that was cool. I guess that's about it, guys. I hope you found this entertaining. I wanted to get more footage, but there was a lot of booths, and there was a lot of celebrities where they had their handlers and people walking around with those signs on a stick that said no flash photography, no cell phones, etc. So it was hard to get more footage this year. Like last year, if I was doing it, you could have like walked up to anyone and put your camera in their face, but this year, not so much. Sponsored by PlayStation. I guess we got there too late because it was like the first 500 people through the door got like a little grab bag with demos and stickers and stuff. Last year we got them and it came with like a bunch of Marvel and DC stuff. This year I guess we struck out, and usually like people even throw like the tote bag on the side, and it's like those nice bags that you get from you know, like the kind of thing that you go grocery shopping with. They're like that vinyl weave. This year everyone was hanging on to them like death. So what else would I want to say about Comic-Con? We had a good time. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. There was a couple of things, like when we first got in, the amount of people trying to walk through, like, I don't know, if I'm hungry, I got a short temper, so at the beginning it was a little hairy, but we had a great time. I don't know what else much to say. Like, everyone's gone to a Comic-Con now. Most people have gone to a Comic-Con or know what they are. So I guess I'm gonna wrap that up, guys. Sorry to ramble at the end, but I hope you enjoyed the episode. I wouldn't mind a like and a comment, and if you're brand new to this and you want to see what other kind of stuff that I mumble through talking about things that I enjoy, why not hit that subscribe button? And I'll see you later. Next video will be a pickup video, because I did pick up some extra cool stuff later in the week.